Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Jack Rafferty forces Henry Turner to retire after 9 rounds. This was a light welterweight. Super lightweight. They used to call it light welterweight, didn't they? Contest between unbeatens. Rafferty was 23-0. Going in, Henry Turner was 13-0. Turner's 24, southpaw. Rafferty 29, orthodox fighter. And this was for Rafferty's Commonwealth super lightweight belt. The vacant British belt was on the line as well. And I think Turner had one of those WBC trinkets that gets you a ranking. So there was plenty to fight for. Both these guys undefeated. And it was a good sort of slow burning fight between a slickster, which was Turner, who showed a lot of guts, a lot of ability. Came in with, like I say, 13 wins, 5 KOs. So not really a big hitter, but then sometimes you don't get your man strength until you're sort of 26, 27, 28, that sort of age. And Rafferty said in the post-fight that he thought this would be man versus boy, him obviously being the man. In fact, as Rafferty acknowledged, Turner his ability is in no doubt, but he definitely had, when it comes to inner metal of character, he definitely showed, a man's metal, if you know what I mean. 24, yeah, he probably was just not quite physically strong enough, and all credit to Rafferty for taking advantage of that advantage of being the guy who's done can do 12 rounds, forcing Turner to fight at a pace he didn't like, because early on Turner was boxing beautifully, southpaw, avoiding the pressure, kind of containing Rafferty for a couple of rounds. And in the third round, Rafferty came to life a bit. And you thought, okay, good. He's letting his hands go more. He's quickening his feet up. He's taking a few risks because even though he doesn't have a big punch, Turner, not at the moment in his career anyway, nevertheless, you don't want to get hit too much. And Rafferty was taking risks of being hit to land more punches. But then in the fourth round, Turner sort of regained his composure and was boxing beautifully again. Lots of nice side movement, wasn't running, moving backwards at times, but he was trying to draw Rafferty onto him and then bang, bang, bang. It wasn't like he was running just to avoid being hit. There was a method to what he was doing. And there was some really nice slick work from Henry Turner. But Rafferty, after 6 rounds, I had it. In fact, after 7, I had it 5-2 to Henry Turner. And one of the rounds that I gave to Rafferty was a close one. So Rafferty really, as this was past the 7 rounds gone, you got 5 rounds left, he really had to put his foot on the gas. And he did just that. Because, like I say, he quickened his feet up, got his hands moving more. I was, screaming at the screen, saying, body work, why aren't you landing the body work? This is Rafferty I'm yelling at. And suddenly he seemed to remember, oh yeah, the body, I can't go to the body, a bit of money in the bank. And he started banging to Henry Turner's body. And he was having an effect, definitely. And in that 8th round, he really did. In the 7th round, there were, it was a portent of things to come. He was getting closer and he was landing punches. And it was then up to Turner to sort of, make the pendulum swing the other way, turn the fight on its head again, like he'd done after that good 3rd round that Rafferty had. But in the 8th, no. Rafferty just battered him, absolutely battered him, pillar to post, landed a couple of brilliant body punches. He picked up where he left off in that 7th round, and he increased, he went through the gears. And that's when the man strength really came to the fore, and he was able to bang to the body beautifully. It was one punch, I don't know if it was to the floating rib or the solar plexus, but Turner visibly sort of grimaced and sagged a little bit from the waist up. His legs were still under him, but he was pushed onto the ropes, bang, 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 bang. And Rafferty, again, body punches, lefts and rights, banging in the hooks, chopped down Turner, and Turner fell to his knees. It was at the end of the 8th round. He got up, blood on the nose, blood coming out the mouth. The referee looked at him, the bell went, he sat down, and his corner, I think quite wisely, and it was quite a compassionate thing that they did. They said, okay, no more. They kind of, I got the impression they knew that Rafferty just had a bit too much experience and a bit too much man strength for a Henry Turner who can definitely come again. I think this guy Turner is Queensbury fighter. I'm not sure about Rafferty, whether he is, but in his post-fight interview, he had Terry Flanagan, the former WBO super lightweight champ, in his corner, who is really quite an underrated fighter. When you think of British fighters, what he achieved was great. He was British champ, won the WBO, and he was saying, look, this Jack Rafferty is a good fighter. He can go on to achieve, what I achieved or even more. And Rafferty apparently is a really sort of dedicated fighter who lives the life as you've got to be if you're a professional boxer, if you want to maximise your talents. And at 29, hopefully Frank Warren will pick him up and give him opportunities, because even though in the early rounds it was a bit slow getting going, to be honest with you, and he did allow too many of the early rounds in the first half of the fight to slip away, he really showed his worth in the second half of the fight against an unbeaten guy who was very ambitious and very talented. For Turner, it's a learning curve. He can come again. I think he's been 10 rounds before, but I don't think he's done 12. Well, he hasn't done 12, has he? Because he was stopped after 8 in this one. But this will be an experience that he has never had before. And it's all about learning. It's all about life experience. It's all about coming back. Defeats don't matter. They only matter if you let them matter. If you treat them as learning opportunities, and you look at the tape and you humble yourself and leave your ego at the door, look at it and say, okay, what did I do wrong? Okay, I did that wrong. I should have done that when I did that. Maybe I could have done that. Maybe I should have done that. If you have that attitude, that's how you progress. And I see no reason why Henry Turner can't do that. But it will be interesting to see what's next for Jack Rafferty. Is he going to defend that British belt? This was a defence of the Commonwealth. He's an established British and Commonwealth level guy. What's next for him? Can Warren get him a WBO shot? Who knows? I mean, Frank's got good connections, isn't he, now, because of the whole Riyadh thing. I'd like to see Rafferty on one of the Riyadh undercards. I think this is a good win for him, and he's earned the right to, or the opportunity to show what he's capable of on a bigger stage. This was on the undercard of the Nick Ball, Ronnie Rios fight. But let me know what you think. What do you think of this fight? Did you like it? It kind of slow burn, a little bit repetitive at the start, but then 4 or 5 rounds in, you're thinking, oh, it's heating up now and it's slow boiling. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think. Comments below. And please subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button. I always appreciate your time. It's great that you watch these videos. And we got the big one to come. Nick Ball against Ronnie Rios. Going to be a good one, I think. I'll get you later. Bye for now.